Hello everybody, this is Beastcat100 and welcome back to some more Miles Edgeworth AAI Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path, the Inherited Turnabout. In the previous episode, we had run into Justine and the Best again, and apparently they are taking over the investigation. They tried to accuse Larry, we rebutted, and now they are accusing um um uh the pharmacist. It's not coming to me right now. The pharmacist. Um, so in this episode, we're probably going to try to refute that too. If you like what you see, leave a like down below. Comment if you have anything to say. Subscribe to me if you haven't already, and share with your friends so they can join in on this investigation. Oh God, too loud. She said it would only be 10-minute recess. They surely are taking it off a long time. Sorry to keep you waiting. Prosecutor the Best presents Miss Delicia Scones. You see, you called, so here I am. It is I, Delicia Scones, the pharmacist who makes delicious drugs. But you can call me Miss Delicious. And you can call me Mr. the Bestest. Oh, nice to meet you, Bestie. Going straight to nicknames. Huh? That boy reminds me of someone.
This is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory's son.
Yes, see, nice to meet you, Miley. Please don't call me Miley. Ha, meeting Greggy's boy. Guess his sign I'm getting old. How old is this woman? Sebastian, isn't there something you'd like to ask Miss Pharmacist? Oh, right, yeah. Miss Delicious, could you tell us the reason why you came to the gallery? You'll see, I came to see the curator, Katie. I've been friends with her for 18 years, so I visit her quite often. Is it true, Miss Pharmacist, that you also assisted in the treatment of Mr. Gustavia? I guess you could say that, although I've only made an antidote for the doctor. Wow, so you made the antidote on the spot? You see, as long as I have the right ingredients, I can make any drug easily. The infirmary here is well equipped, you see. Instead of sending him to the hospital in critical condition, we treated him right away. I did all I could. The rest depends upon his body's ability to recover. Do you know the victim, Miss Delicious? Yes, see, although it's been 18 years since I last saw him. I only knew that he had become a world-class pastry chef. Well, famous pastry chef. The victim is that famous. I heard on the news that he had won the competition for designing desserts.
It reminds me, I do remember him mentioning something about studying design in Zhangfa.
Now, let's get down to business. Miss Pharmacist, are you familiar with the drug Megatoxin X? Yes, see, it's the drug that it's the drug that's used to kill those things. It's mega effective. Because of their effects are so potent, it's not available to the general public.
What are those things that you're referring to?
It's a drug for vanquishing the creatures that strike fear into the heart of a lady. The only ones that infest kitchens and the like. I think I know what she's talking about. So, Miss Pharmacist, may I ask you one more thing? Do you know what happens when you mix normalium with Vitalium? Yes, see, I know. It's even written on the warning label for Megatoxin X. Hazardous when mixed. When the two drugs are mixed together, a chemical reaction occurs and a gas is released. Inhaling a large amount of the gas can cause breathing difficulties. Sorry, I need to move something. There we go. And even death. From the amount of poison gas Gusty breathed in, I think there was probably at least 500 milliliters of each chemical in the gas. It's expected of a pharmacist. She's very well informed. Normalium is an adhesive liquid that becomes hot as soon as heat is applied. It also has the red color and a minty fragrance. Due to its low cost, it's used everywhere. Vitalium is a white watery liquid. And that's enough for now. As expected of a pharmacist, you're very knowledgeable. You see, of course I am. Megatoxin X is one of the best chemicals that the company I work for produces. But not anyone just has access to it. It's so potent as a poison that it couldn't be sold to the public after all. Thank you. I think that's all I need to hear. Does Courtney suspect her? What is she hiding behind that smile? Oh, Flatfoot. That's all I can read, hold on. Oh, Flatfoot, have you made progress in the investigation or something? Yeah, let me tell you. The glass cases that contain the sculptures can be opened by a mechanism on either lid. What strange cases. The temperature in these cases can be lowered to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. The inside of the Pisces case was set at 27 degrees, so my hand nearly got stuck to the ice. Good thing it didn't, so then. On the lid of the Pisces case, we detected slight traces of normalium. Not bad. Huh? If it's normalium that was in the glass case at temperature 27 degrees, then it would have been frozen to the lid. Oh, really? So, what happens? Mr. the Best, why don't we try borrowing the power of Kay's little thief? I think the circumstances will be easier to understand if we use our Mr. Thief. So you really want to help me out that much? Fine, I'm not really sure how this all works, but you get on with it. I hate being bossed around by this guy, but to arrive at the truth, I'll do it. Stop acting as you please. The goddess of law has no need of your power.
Don't be such a stick in the mud, Courtney Pie. We have the approval of the prosecutor in charge, so what's the problem? Could it be there's something the PIC doesn't want us to find out?
How'd I get these scratches? That's none of your concern. If you insist on participating in the investigation, then let me check if you qualify by asking you a question. What is she planning? Who set off the poison gas? If you can answer me that, I'll allow you to work with us.
Well then, Miles. The person who opened the Pisces case and set off the gas. When you think about the circumstances, there's only one person that could have been.
Yes, considering the circumstances, it's clear who it was. So please give me your answer. Who set off the poison gas?
It could only have been Gustavo. He was the only one in the room. Take that!
There was no one in the Autumn Palace other than the victim, Dane Gustavia. It's hard to believe it could have been anyone but him. It seems that way. Very well, I allow you to participate this time. However, if I feel you are a hindrance, I will have to ask you to leave. Understood. But what I don't understand is why the victim opened that case. So, Mr. Edgeworth, what shall I recreate? Based on the information we've gathered so far, let's recreate the scene before the gas. Get at it. So, don't scare me like that. So this is the true power of Sir Thief. Let's investigate the Pisces sculpture post-haste. There's frozen normalium on the Pisces sculpture glass case. It's frozen so thick you can't even open the lid. On the actual glass case, the lid was heavily cracked. It was like someone had it out for the Pisces sculpture, sir. Do you have any idea how it came to be cracked like this? Well, the damage didn't seem to have come from the outside of the glass case, sir. I see, so the inside of the case was below freezing point, and the case had developed cracks. There are no signs of external damage. From this we can deduce. Below freezing, like Mr. Edgeworth's cold stare? And cracked, like Mr. Edgeworth's furrowed brow? Thermal fracturing. The cold glass case was heated from the outside, causing it to crack.
Why did thermal fracturing occur here, and what caused it?
Inside the thermally fractured glass case, there was frozen normalium.
Oh, the face means you probably thought of something,
Miles. Indeed I have. I know how Mr. Gustavo was able to open the case. What? How can you possibly know that something I don't? I'd say these things he does know are a minority. Hey, aren't you going to let me know? How did Dane Gustavo open the glass case?
Well, it's obvious. We have the gas burner right here. Take that! This gas burner that was found in the Autumn Palace shows signs of recent use. I believe this was the cause of the thermal fracturing in the Pisces sculpture's glass case.
A gas burner? Why would he use something like that? Ah, I got it. The lid was frozen shut, so he had to use the burner to melt the ice.
Indeed, that is correct.
I just had a late start. I'm still the best, you know. Late start? You didn't even understand a single thing, did you? Well, that's because Mr. Edgeworth's explanation was too hard to follow.
Okay, why don't you update the little thief so we can understand it?
If you say so. Right, so let's restart the recreation.
Victim Gustavio was the only one who could enter the Autumn Palace. If he used the gas burner then, the normalium in the glass case would have melted.
Then...
The melted normalium would have come into contact with the photalium inside the case and produced the poison gas. The moment Mr. Gustavio opened the lid, he would have begun to inhale the gas. He managed to drag himself out to the fountain patio just before his strength ran out.
So when he inhaled the gas when he opened the lid,
seems he finally understands. Why Mr. Gustavio opened the glass case of the Pisces sculpture? The victim's goal, that's I do not know. Perhaps he had the same reason as Uncle Ray. Maybe he actually came to see the Winter Palace, not the Autumn one. Uncle Ray also thought that this was the Winter Palace at first.
You too, Ray Ray?
I thought so too. It looks just like Icy's room from 18 years ago. It even got the exact same plants in front of the door. Seems like everybody involved with the IS-7 incident made the same mistake. It is imperative that we investigate the real Winter Palace immediately. Should I suggest that Mr. Best?
I get it now. Yeah, that's how it was.
Huh? Did you think of something?
Nope. The victim could... You thought it would look more fine if we died in our gallery. Have you even been listening? Well, if you're as smart as me, just hearing half of the story will be enough.
Sebastian, I'll explain it from the top later.
Top? That means best, right? Alright, I'll leave it to you.
Yes, that would indeed be the best. It would indeed be best to let just Courtney handle him.
That aside, don't you have some information to inform everyone of? I totally forgot.
What are you talking about?
Heh, we did a little checking on that pharmacist. We, meaning me, the best prosecutor's subordinate. That's not something to brag about. Shut up, you. Quiet down and listen. Suicide is, off the table for now, yeah. That's because, in short, the pharmacist is the culprit. She set up the gas as a trap. No! It's a terrible shame, Miss Pharmacist. How could one in the profession of saving lives stoop to extinguish them? What are you saying? I would never do such a thing.
Mr. Best, you have the basis for these accusations.
Of course, this is my basis. A pharmacist license. It would permit her to handle Megatalks next, right?
And its active ingredient, photalium, would be one of the components of the poison gas.
Exactly. The chemical is almost impossible for ordinary people to obtain. But that pharmacist is another story altogether.
It wasn't me. You got it all wrong.
Objection! And that's not all. A bottle of Megatalks next was found in one of the victim's pockets. And on the bottle, we found clear fingerprints, yours. You and the curator took the victim to the infirmary, right? That would have given you the perfect opportunity to plant the bottle on him.
That's... You were the only pharmacist on the premises who could have handled Megatoxin X.
Furthermore, as for the curator of this art gallery, you're an acquaintance of hers. You would have had access to the gallery at any time in order to prepare the poison gas trap. But please wait, that Mycotoxin X, it was stolen! Trying to lie your way out of this won't go well with me. It's true! Look, I've got proof right here in my bag. What is she searching for? Not this. Not this either. I remember seeing the cloth like that recently. Ah, here it is. Please take a look at this. Some sort of paper. Is it an official police report? What's it say? April 1st, theft report accepted. Stolen item, Mycotoxin X. This is a theft report acceptance certificate. Or what? Yes, the truth is, 1 week ago, my Mycotoxin X was stolen. 1 week ago? That means you didn't have it with you today. Yes, see, that bottle you just took is probably the one that was stolen from me. I normally carry that bottle of Mycotoxin X in my bag at all times, even though I often forget to keep it locked up. I would never have even think about mixing it with normalium. But why in the world would you carry such dangerous substance on your person? Well, you never know when those things will appear. Those creatures that infest the kitchen, striking fear into the hearts of lady, right? Although if you hadn't rolled up the newspaper, you could just squash them with one blow. Justine, what do we do now? Well then, can we really accept this theft report? Let's ask for confirmation. That should clearly tell us whether or not she's lying. Right, well then, I'll just call and confirm it. It looks like Miss Delicious isn't the culprit. Indeed, if she really did set off the poison gas as a trap, I don't believe she would do it in the way that incriminates her most. So Miles, who do you think the culprit is? Predicting the actions of the victim would require a fair amount of advanced planning, and there's only one person here capable of that. Huh? A career would like to know that too. Who do you suspect? The one who stole the Mycotoxin X and prepared the room in advance was... Oh no. Take that! It had to be the curator of the Zodiac Art Gallery, Miss Catherine Hull. However, I still don't have any evidence that she is the criminal yet. I see. She is... The way that he said that just now, it sounded like he had been expecting it. Good job, Miles, as a spectre from Uncle Ray's future apprentice. I have no intention of becoming your apprentice. And I will now present the results of my verification. I can confirm that her theft report was indeed accepted. Therefore, it's a little too early to come to a decision. That means your logic was completely faulty. You're wrong. My real performance is still to come. Really? And how do you plan to proceed with your investigation? First, we need to speak with the curator. And after that? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Sebastian. Mr. Gustavia may have had business in Winter Palace. I believe we should send an investigator there as well. Oh, that's good too. Detective Gumshoe, investigate the Winter Palace at once. Got it, sir. Justine, let's go talk to that curator. Yes, let us proceed. We should go and listen to what Miss Hall has to say as well. April 2nd, 1:35 p.m. Zodiac Art Gallery Fountain Patio. Alright, I want you guys to listen to what curious I have to say. Mr. DeBest, weren't you going to go and talk to her yourself? Nah, that's the job of my subordinates. All I have to do is wait for their report. I'm the best prosecutor after all. Such arrogance. Well, this is anticlimactic. I'm gonna go chill for a bit. Huh? What's that in the fountain? Oh, shit. There's a dead body in the fountain. What's the meaning of this? Silence everyone. Forensics. Identify this body at once. It's terrible, pal. Please be quiet, detective. The ice sculptures in the with the palace? They've all melted, pal. What? 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 What's going on here? There are 2 victims now.
This is all just like 18 years ago. Once again, the earth sculptures have melted.
Again?
And everyone related to the incident 18 years ago is gathered here now. There's no mere coincidence. Don't think so, Miles.
Yes. Key to finding this truth of the case lies in the IS-7 incident. This is what I believe.
Heh, that's right. Uncle Ray thinks so too. Looks like it's time once again for Uncle Ray to tell you about the IS-7 incident. Going back in time. And as much as I hate to end it off here, I don't really have a choice. It's just the perfect place to do it. So, in the next episode of the Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Path, the Inherited Turnabout, we're going to go back in time again and play as Gregory once again. Or at least that's what I'm assuming. I'll see you guys later.